Hi friends, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you doing? It is time for another Flosstube Extra. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me on these flip throughs. If you're new, this is a Flosstube series about, well, it's not about, I guess it is. We're flip through the vintage, classic, older magazines, ones that I grew up with, and several of y'all have had in your collections or have in your collections. But we're just flipping through them and remembering and renewing, hence renewing stitches, because I enjoy it. I love looking through the older magazines, the charts, the advertisements of the patterns that used to be around pretty prevalently, the hairstyles. It's just memories, good memories. Anyway, so today we're going to flip through. We're going to flip through the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Needlework of April 1997. Now, Cross Stitch and Needlework used to be Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Then it went with Better Homes and Gardens, and it was Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And now it is, well, in the 90s, it is the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Needlework. I have several in each category, so today we're going to do this one. It's a cute little magazine, and you can see how much I enjoyed this. And I enjoy all of them. Some of them I haven't decided and put tags on. These are definite future starts and stitches. So we'll just go through this. This is called, and we'll get to these. This is Tea Party, and this is, I can't remember, and I did not write it down. It's in there in the inside, so we'll get to it. There's a bigger picture inside, so we will get started. First page, of course, is the table of contents. What did I want to show you? Oh, yes. So these, the letter from the editor, but I also wanted to show you the ads in here. Look at the Mill Hill kits from 97. These were available. Cute. That quilt one. It says Cozy Quilts. And the bumblebee. I wonder if it's still available. I know there are a couple of Mill Hill kits. These are little bits and buttons kits. And I did not look. I did look to see, and there are several on the secondary market, Etsy and eBay, from Cross Stitch and Needlework. So you are, those are available. Let's see here. One of the letters to the editor was about French knots and how they've had issues with doing French knots and wondering about what they did wrong. Well, in the magazine, this issue specifically, there are instructions on French knots and different knots. We'll get to that. There was a grand prize at the Spirit of Cross Stitch Festival, and that's coming up. There's also a new stitch contest. It's Stitch a Pillow contest. So instructions on that, the dolls, and we get to finally the first piece. This is designed by Ursula Michael. Y'all probably know that name. This is called the Floral Alphabet Pillow. It is a 100 high by 101 wide. There's beading in here. It's the middle of the flowers. There's beads in there. So instructions on how to do all that. They used, it's called periwinkle fabric, so I guess it's got a shade of purpley blue. Ada. Next is Cherished Mother. It's a sachet. Instructions on how to make the sachet. The piece itself is 61 high by 67 wide. This is designed by Alice Oken. Let's see here. And I don't believe there are any beads there. Specialty stitches. The Resurrection Sampler is on the next page. This is designed by Lori Birmingham. That name rings a bell now that I'm thinking about it. Why is that ringing a bell? Ringing a bell. Lori Birmingham. Lori with 2 R's. You'll probably know. But this is 167 high by 135 wide. There are some blends and Kreinik in here with Kreinik. So they had 1 strand of DMC and 1 strand of Kreinik. It says, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And that is John 11. Where is it? John 11. What is that number? 25. Yeah. John 11:25. All right. And then there's Hardanger. So it's not just cross stitch, it's needlework. Hardanger also is, and that pretty, the placemat. I have not tried. I like to stitch on the Hardanger fabric. I have not tried actual Hardanger. This design was designed by Lynn Hermanson. It's a 9x9. Definitely pretty. It has the instructions on how to do all the stitches. There are several stitches in here for the Hardanger. Where is it? All right, there's a buttonhole stitch, a satin stitch, Algerian eyelet, and needle weaving. I guess that's the cutting portion. Yes. And it gives you all the instructions on how to do those. Let's see here. What else? Yes, just silk. Okay. This one's called the Silk Strawberry Sampler. This is on the front as well. And it's charted for soie d'Alger and a DMC alternative, but it talks about how you can stitch with silk. Very pretty. Very pretty. This is 56 high by 65 wide. It is designed by Candace Thomas. So pretty. That one also has a tag. Beauty of the House is the next pattern. This is 155 high by 119 wide. Designed by Patricia Andrell, I guess. Andrle and Andrell. Very pretty. Let's see. I don't know if there, let me look. I don't believe there are any, there's some over 1 in the words. But that's it. Everything else is over 2 if you do that, if you go that way. If you use that. That one's also got a flap, excuse me. So pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, quickie, excuse me, is the Spring Blossoms. There are 3 colorways. There's a pink colorway, excuse me. The pink colorway, purple colorway, and a yellow colorway. Let me see if I can cover this up so you can see the purple and the yellow. There you go. It's cloudy out today. It's about to rain. But you can see kind of the purple and the yellow. Pretty. This is for a tea towel, or it could be for a band sampler. Real pretty. The dimensions are 21 high by 98 wide. And you can do a repeat. You can make it a border, a drum, a tiny little drum, a border. It would be fine as a border going up and down or sideways. Or maybe a card. Pretty. All right. Now there are two designs, four designs here. This is the Tea Party. So you can see back in the background, that is the one on the front. Let's see here. Let me turn my page. Sorry about that. Tea Party. Right here. It's designed by Betty Ashley. It's 97 high by 125 wide. You also can see right back down here, there's two smaller motifs. One's on a napkin and one is on a placemat. And I don't know, do they have, I know the patterns are separate. Yes, here we go. Here's Tea Party right there. But then also the napkin and the placemat. They have this charted, just the teapot charted for the napkin. It's 29 high by 39 wide, but also the placemat, which is 29 high by 59 wide. That would be cute on a card or a small. Just taking that out. And really, I mean, you could take just the plates out and then do the plates in the shelf. This bottom portion for the tabletop is cute. I mean, lots of ways to go. The saucer, I don't know if you can tell really good, but over here, the saucer and teacup with the yellow picture. Maybe make this one yellow and use that cup. So in here, there's specialty stitches. There are lazy daisies, there's a spiderweb rose, Japanese leaf stitch, and French knots, and back stitches. So there's several here. But also, if you notice, where's the paper? The pattern for the apron that she's using. This is embroidery using ribbons. Let's see if I've got a closer picture of that one. It's so pretty, but that pattern's in here too. I have not tried to stitch with embroidery with ribbons. Let's see if you can see that right there. And then it gives you French knots and all those, how to do the stitches. And it doesn't give a design size on that either. I guess just whatever fabric you have, it just gives you, you know, how embroidery, it'll tell you, it'll give you the lines and what you need. But it has the, how to use those stitches. The lazy daisy stitch and the stem stitch, spider web to make the rose. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. All right, next one is the special feature. It's called Wild Roses. This is from Barbara, how do I say that? Sestok, S-E-S-T-O-K, Sestok. So, very pretty. 145 high by 85 wide. It's also in my to be stitched. It's just pretty. And then there's just a ribbon tied on the bottom. See right there? That's just hanging off. It's not stitched. That's just added. So pretty. I love flowers. Just love flowers. Let's see. It's got lazy daisy stitch, French knots, a blended French knot with two colors. There is a Krynick. Other than that, that's it. A new technique, knotting stitches. This is where the different knot styles comes in. But they give you the pattern for this. These are, what are they? They're not brooches. What is it? Oh, little charms. That's it. Different charms. And so these are small. It gives you instructions on how to do the knots. So there's 4 knots here. The Palestrina knot, the coral knot, French knot, a bullion knot, different knots and how to do them. And this is, it's about 50 by 50. These are, and then you put the little charm in the middle and you do the knots on the edge, the decorative notches and some cross stitch. Very pretty. That would be, and it looks like these are made into needle books. I keep showing you this, but look, it looks like in their needle books tied in, or maybe a closable tying thread bed or something like that, where you keep your snips, not snips, that's scissors, where you keep the orts, little snips of thread at the end. All right, the designer profile is Betsy Stenner, talking about how she's done several, and there's pictures in here of her samplers. Okay. Not all of these are in here. The one that is in here is a strawberry sampler, and I believe there's a bigger picture. Yes. Look, here's some more of her samplers. But this one is included in the magazine. It's a strawberry sampler. Isn't that pretty? This is 161 high by 45 wide. So pretty. I need to look for her designs. This is the Strawberry Patch sampler. There are specialty stitches, the Algerian eyelet, and the rice stitch, and the satin stitch, and the queen stitch. And then there's the alphabet that goes with it. And it's not, I mean, it's not ginormous or anything. It's real pretty. Dainty. Dainty. Okay. And then Christmas Corner. Little Santas. These look like Mill Hill kits themselves. I don't believe there's any beads on it though. But you get both of these designs. Let's see here. The Santa with Hearts is 66 by 39. And then the Noel Santa is 40. This one right here, it says Noel, is 48 high by 61 wide. And they're designed by Carol Rogers. Those are cute. Those would be good ornaments. They have them on felt. Gives you the instructions on how to make the hanger, make it an ornament. The next project is an Afghan. Silk Ribbon Floral Afghan by Phyllis Dobbs. There are different stitches. This is stitched with ribbon. So more of a showpiece. A stunning showpiece. Wowza. Look at that. Oh dear. Look at that. So pretty. Oh my. I don't think I've ever seen ribbon stitch. Ribbon stitching, ribbon embroidery in person. This is silk ribbon. On a 14 count cream Patrice fabric. So pretty. Ah, so pretty. So pretty. Where is my paper? Here it is. Look at this. It tells you the different stitches. Here's an example. Look here. Excuse my garden hands. You people with the high definition television. Look at the ribbons. And not my fingers. Oh man. So pretty. Let's see here if I can do this. And hold both of them so you can see. Maybe up there. There we go. Oh wow. Can you see? Yeah. So pretty. So very pretty, 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 pretty. I need to go. I wonder if there's any at the fair. There's probably some at the State Fair in Dallas. I I'll have to look. Start looking. All right. Next one is it's an Easter trilogy. These are contest winners for Easter eggs. So there was a contest about Easter designs. The He is Risen egg right here. You know, this reminds me of, I believe it's Amy Michelle she just finished an egg. So pretty. Go see Amy Michelle's Flosstube. Just did an egg. It's not this one, but it reminds me of it. So this is the He is Risen egg. It's 56 high by 47 wide. And there are specialty stitches in it. There's a Florentine stitch. There's couching, herringbone stitch, pin stitch, long arm stitch, fishbone stitch, feather stitch, Smyrna, crosses, inverted warp, and a serpentine, and a Scotch stitch, all in that. You see? Okay, and then the Easter chick is 53 high by 50 wide. And Easter is Excellent is 50 high by 26 wide. And there are instructions in the back about how to make this frame. Okay. And there are no specialty stitches other than back stitch on those last two. Okay. Here's some advertisements. Look at this. Look at this. Pretty, pretty. Nora Corbett. That's what I thought. It's Nora Corbett. It's called Fairy Idol. Is that right? IDYLL. Pretty. All you that like to stitch the fancy ladies. So pretty. And the other side I've seen those before, larger. There's some butterflies and birds here. That one is from, it doesn't say who designed that, but they're pretty. That's cute. This is a buttons, a chart, and it's got vintage buttons on it. Can you see that? Yeah, vintage buttons attached to it. It's a darker fabric though. That's pretty. It's got an alphabet, and then the word buttons, and then several stitches, and then the antique buttons. That's a good idea. Can you see? I wonder if I can find that. Look at that. Oh, and then the bird in the back, the blue heron, with the same page as the Nora Corbett, but isn't that pretty? You know, looking at the advertisements is awful. It's awful because it's awful and awfully enabling. You want to go search for those. Okay. And then also, again, this has a supplies issue list, so you can get... you can send in a request to have the thread packs or the whole kit, I guess, for several of them, and where to find the pieces that you're looking for. And this is the pattern on DMC. I wonder if this is on their site, because DMC has several patterns. The DMC website has several free patterns, but also it has some that you can pay for. I don't know if that's part of it, but that's a pretty chart too. So that's it. That is the end of Cross Stitch and Needlework, April 1997. That was fun. Several that I'd like to stitch. What would y'all like to stitch? That tea party is so cute. Oh, so pretty. And the needle. The needlework with the ribbons, so pretty. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll have another one soon, and I just hope y'all have a good weekend, and I will see you in the comments, and I look forward to visiting with you about stitching on the next Flosstube. So I'll talk to you soon.